Hello all of you. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So in this video, we'll learn about how the mini project can be done on stored procedure. So based on updation of the bank details, how we can implement this in the real life world, we'll learn in this video in detail. So at last, you will get this source code in the description box. So you can implement at your end. You can do any manipulation operation you can do, or you can edit code as per your requirement also. So in this video, we will learn the existing table will be there in the database, and if at all any user will come and if he want to edit his basic details like Aadhaar number, PAN number, or mobile number, his address, he can easily edit his bank details from the database. So in this video, we'll learn in detail how we are using the stored procedures to update his basic information by using this different concepts or by using different loops, we can say. We will do all this stuff in this stored procedure. So in this, mainly how the bank detail updation is done actually on field or actually in the banks. So there will be a UI, there will be a front end. So from front end or from the web, the updation will be done. So all the values of updation will be coming from the front end part. So what we will do in this, we will, during the calling procedure, we will do all this in the stored procedure itself. So I will explain you in detail. So for that purpose, what we will do, so as we know, when you create an account in your bank detail in a bank, you have a data in the bank, so all those data has been stored in the database in the form of tables. So for that purpose, we'll create a simple table name as bank details, and we'll add some entries, and on that entries will work. We'll try to update details, or we'll try to do manipulation operation on those details. So let's create a table. So create table bank underscore details. So this is the name of the table, and the columns I am taking are, so account number, which is of number data type, has a size of 20. Then his full name varchar 2, size is 45. Then mobile data type is number, again size is 15. Then Aadhaar number data type size 20. PAN varchar 2 and 10 size. So likewise again address is there. So address again I'm storing into the varchar data type of size 30. So if I run this table, we'll see the table will be okay. Already I have created the table. So let's view the data from the table. So select star from bank underscore details. So this is our existing table which we created now. So you can see account number, full name, mobile, Aadhaar, PAN and address. So these are the columns, and further I have added some records. So these are the queries which I have used to add records. So like you can see, insert into the bank details values. So first value or first column is of account number. So the account number has been added. The next full name. So you can see the Amit Patel has been added. Next mobile number. So the mobile number, 10 digit mobile number is added. The next Aadhaar, again it is of data type number. Next we have PAN number. You can see it is of data type varchar 2. And next last is the address. You can see this is a detail address I have added. You can see the address of these two employees which I have added. Now let's try to create a procedure through which we can reach to this table, and we can try to manipulate or we can update the data. Now like for example, in this existing database we are having data like, so this is a Pranali, name of the person is Pranali, you can see. So you can edit this name also. So we will do that all those stuff in the stored procedure. Also in this you can see the mobile number is null, Aadhaar is null. So likewise you can, we will update all these records by using the stored procedure. So let's try this. So this update I have done, update some update operation I had done. So I'm erasing those stuff. Now let's try to create a procedure. So we'll create a procedure such a way that we'll take parameters and Through those parameters, we will try to edit or update the records. So create or replace procedure, we have syntax. Then name of procedure. So the name of the procedure is bank underscore, sorry, PROC, that is procedure underscore bank. So this is my procedure name, and you can see this is all the parameters are added. So this is like, you can say bank underscore account number, which is number, bank underscore activity varchar 2, and p underscore data varchar 2. So these are the three parameters which will be coming from the user. So this is a specification of a procedure. Next, as again we have declared three variables. So we'll come back to these three variables, that is v underscore length varchar 2, v underscore count, then p underscore message, again it is of varchar 2 size. So we'll come back to these variables when we are using in the procedure, in the body of the procedure. I will explain you why this variable, why this declaration is done. Now begin. Now first, what we will do during the executing any procedure, first step we will do that we will check whether the account number is existing in the database or not. So based on the account number, the manipulation or updation activity will be carried out. So from front end, the account number will be entered, and here in this check condition, or you can say check if account is exist or not. In this case, we will check whether that particular account is existing in the table or not. So how to check this account number? So we'll use count function. So count one, that is count star, it is working like count star, into v underscore count. So we have declared one variable v underscore count whose data type is number. Then from bank details, table name is bank details, where account number. So account number, we have column in our database. We have account number column, which is equal to p underscore account number. Means this p underscore account number will be coming from the user. So it will be coming from the front end. So this account number which is coming from the front end, it will be checked with the account number which is present in the table. So if this count is 1, or if the count is greater than 1, means it says that the account number is present in the table. Means the count should be not equal to 0. If at all the entry is present in your table, then this count will come 1, or it will be not equal to 0. Means the count is present, means that account number is exist. If the account number is not existing in the database, if the employee or the bank manager or any other person in the bank enters wrong account number, so it will show the count 0, because this account number will not be there in the table. So it will show result as 0, count will be 0. So we'll use this variable which is stored in the v underscore count variable. So this variable we will be using in the if condition. So if at all, now next we can see, if v underscore is not equal to 0, means the account number will be there in the table. Then what we will do, again we will check if condition. In the if condition, we will check the activities like p underscore activity. Again this activity is coming from the user. You can see in the over here, second parameter is p activity. Means user will enter first account number. If account number is present, then it will enter into this if condition. In if p underscore activity, means if he is entering the address, if he is interested to edit address, then so you can see the address, I am taking this as varchar 2. So you can see the activity, again it is varchar 2. So again this address will come from the front end. So there might be a drop down list from front end. So he will select address, and it will check this condition. If activity is equal to address, then you have to check, again we have to check the length of the address. So as during the creation of the table, I have kept address length as, you can see the address length is 30. So that's why the address whichever is coming from the user, it should be less than 30 only. Otherwise, if he is entering more characters than 30, then it should not be updated into the table. So the error or exception might raise. So for that purpose, we are checking the length of the new data, that is address. So again, the third variable is there. We can see that is third p underscore new data. Means after selecting address, he will try to put, we will type their address, new address. So this is p underscore new data. That's why I have taken p underscore new data. So we are selecting the length. Now the length of address, if the length of this data, we are selecting first, we will count the length. So select length into v underscore length. Again, I have declared one more variable v underscore length of varchar2 whose size is 100. So from dual. So we can write here. Let me make the correction. Okay, we'll keep as it is, because if you can also take your number data type. Let's see how the varchar2 will work in this our procedure. I will explain you in the next part. So length, we have calculated the length of this entered data, that is address. So we are in the into the address condition, into the length v underscore length. So length will be stored into this v underscore length from dual. Then what will happen here? So if v underscore length is less than or equal to 30, means which is maximum size of that particular column of address. So if it is in the length of 30, then update address. We have to update the address. So how to update the address? We have query, simple query, SQL query, that is update bank details, that is bank name, set address is equal to, we have to set address is equal to p underscore new underscore date. Means this variable which is coming from the user, that is third argument, it will be directly written, or it will be directly set to the address. Means previous address will be overwritten with the new address. Where condition, account number is equal to p underscore account number, means the account number which has been entered by the user. So this account number validation will be done, and then only this updation will be done. So after updation, the message will be shown on the console, that p underscore message. Now you can see again I have declared p underscore message as varchar2. So the message will be like your address updated successfully. So when you do the updation, then the address updated successfully will be the message. So again you can print this on the console, that is dbms underscore output dot line p underscore message. So after updating this Aadhaar, directly the message will be shown on the console that your address is updated. Else, if at all this length, now if condition is valid, then only it will enter into the this if block. Else if the length is greater than 30, else you can see the message, else we will print the message on console as Aadhaar length should be 30 characters or less. So we will show on the console that dbms underscore output dot put underscore line this message that is p underscore message. So if user is entering more characters than 30, we will see this during the performance or during the execution. I will show you if I'm entering the more than 30 characters in the into the address. I will show you the error, this error. So end if. Now this if block has been finished. So we have ended this if block. Now next, sorry, this block I have ended here because there are two blocks. So this if block, the length block, the length if block has been ended. Next, this is the first if block. So after this if block, else if the activity is not addressed. Now second if condition, if this condition is not satisfying, if the user is not entering address, if he is interested to update mobile number. So next else if. So else if p activity, means activity again it is coming from the user. So next activity, second activity is mobile. If this is the activity, then check mobile number length. So we'll check the length. So select length as usual, which we saw in the address. So we will check the length. So length p underscore new data, that is the data coming from the user, is into v underscore length. So again I am storing into the same variable from dual. So if v underscore length is less than or equal to 10, then update the mobile number, means it should be 10 digits only. Then we are going to update the mobile number, like update bank details, set mobile is equal to p underscore new data. So new data which is coming from the user, that data will be set for the mobile column, where account number is equal to p underscore account number. So this validation again I'm applying, so the account number should match. Next, after updating the mobile number, your mobile number updated successfully, the message should be printed on the console. So that's why in the dbms statement I have written p underscore message. Else if the length is not less than or equal to 10, you should print the message that enter 10 digit mobile number. So this is the validation I have added. Also you can write here and condition that it should be equal to or less than 10 only. Otherwise it should be exactly equal to 10, because in India the mobile number is of length 10 only. So I am applying exactly equal to 10 only. If at all he is entering the 9 digits, then also you should tell him that you should enter the 10 digit number. So the message should be on the console that enter 10 digit or valid mobile number. So he should enter the length of mobile number 10 only, not less than 10 or more than 10. So this will be the message that enter a 10 digit mobile number and print on the console this message. End if. So we have ended this length if condition for this length of mobile number. Now next else if, again the activity we will check the activity coming from the user. If the activity is of other, if you want to update other, then select, we'll check first length of the other. So length p underscore new data, the data entered by the user, into v underscore length from dual, and we'll check again this length. Now other standard length of the other is of 12 number, is of 12 characters, or we can say 12 digits. So v underscore length exactly equal to 12, then only update the other. That is, update bank details set Aadhaar column is equal to p underscore new data, the data entered by the user, where account number is equal to p underscore account number. So the message will be your Aadhaar updated successfully. So you will show this message on the console. Else if he enters less than 12 digit, then the message should be enter 12 digit Aadhaar number. We will print on the console. End if. So this if condition has been ended now. Now next else condition. So let me take in line. Yes, now next again activity will check for the pan. If the activity is pan, then select length, we will check the length of the pan first into v underscore length. So if the length is 10, then only update the pan. So again we have done the updation for the pan. So update bank details, set pan is equal to p underscore new data coming from the user, where account number is equal to account number entered by the user. So message that your pan updated successfully. So this should be the message and print on the console. Else, if the length is less than 10 or greater than 10, you have to print the message that enter a 10 digit PAN number. And last, show on the console. And this end if condition ended over here. Else, last condition, if he enters other message, if he enters other or if he enters other details, or if he enters other activity other than like PAN number, Aadhaar number, mobile number, then you have to write on the console that invalid activity specified. Invalid update activity specified. I will write here invalid update activity specified. So you can show on the console and end if. Last. So this is the first if and else condition. So what was the first condition? We have checked over here. First condition was if count is not equal to 0 means we have checked the account number. We have checked the account number means if at all account number is present, then only this was entering into this loop, whole loop which we saw right now. Into this whole loop, if the account number was present, then only it had been entered into this whole loop. So this is also included. If at all the account number is not exist, means what will come here? If v underscore count means, let me repeat this step once again. If count star or count one, select count one into v underscore count from bank details, where account number is equal to p underscore account number, means entered account number is validated with the existing account number into the database. If this count is 1 or not equal to 0, then only it will enter into the loop, or it will enter into the if condition. It will do other validations. Else, if this account number is not present at all into the database, then it will directly come to the last else part. That is, it will show the message that account number is invalid, or please try with a valid account number, and we will print this message on the console. So this was the if condition, total if condition. So we have ended the main if condition. So we can see there is a nested if condition. So there is main if condition. In that if condition we have sub if condition. Again in this if condition, again there was the sub if condition. So likewise the nested if condition was there. And last, if at all he is doing any invalid activity, like if he is trying to add number in varchar 2, or if he is trying to add varchar 2 in the number data type, then we should the exception may rise. So that exception has been raised, that exception has been handled by using this exception block. So if at all any miscellaneous activity is doing, or if the miscellaneous activity is occurring by the front end part, then the message should be like, due to some technical issue the update was not successful, please contact the IT department. So this will be the message. So the code should not be terminated, so that's why we have handled the exception. So the code should not be terminated, so that's why the exception block is there. And last, end. So let us try to compile this code. So if I compile this code, we will see there that bank details compile successfully. Yes. Now let's try to execute. So I will show you the details of existing database table. So this is our existing database table, which we have account number, full name, mobile number, Aadhaar, PAN card, and address. Now let's take an example. Now this is your account number. So let's work on this particular account number, that is 5678. So we have account number 5678 present in the database, and let's try to edit the name, that is PRA is missing here. PRANAL Pranali name should be PRA. So let's try to insert A, or we'll try to insert her surname also. So let's try to put here first account number. Now see how I am executing. So this is the execution statement. So exec name of the procedure, and these are the arguments. So three arguments I am inserting, or I am adding. So what are the three arguments? Let me take you through the procedure. So let me copy this, and I will paste on the upper side so that it will be easily compared. So I have copied the execution part. So let me paste here. Yes. So this is the execution part. So I am during the execution, I am adding three arguments. So what are the three arguments? So first is account number of number data type. So account number I have added, which is of number data type 2468. Next, P activity means what activity I want to specify, or what on which data I want to do the updation. So this is my mobile. So on mobile column I am doing the updation. So likewise you can add here Aadhaar, PAN or address, so as per your requirement. Next, whatever your value you are specifying, that is P new data, that is updated value. You can take here updated value. You can write your variable name as new value, or new updated value. Next, so you can see as I'm interested in updating my mobile number, I'm writing the correct mobile number. So again the data type is varchar2, so that's why I have written it in the single quote. And mobile number is also of data type varchar2, that's why I have written here into the single quote. Again it can be this process will be coming or taking place from the front end. So the front end developer will do this activity. So he will enter the procedure, he will enter the employee number, account number, sorry, and he will select the mobile number from the drop down menu or from the list, and he will insert or type the correct mobile number. So let's try to execute this. So if I execute this, or let us work on this entry. So we have in database existing account number, that is 5678. So if I write here 5678, and I want to do edit alteration or alteration activity on, let's insert mobile number. So I want to insert mobile number, and mobile number I'm inserting as 99. Okay, so now I have entered double nine, and rest digits are 0 with length 10. So all this length is 10. So I am entering the valid mobile number. So let's try to execute this. So if I execute this, you will see that procedure compiled, or procedure successfully completed. So if I go into the table, and if I refresh this, now concentrate on mobile number. So now in previous case the mobile number was not there. So if I refresh this, you will see the mobile number is updated. So likewise you can update the Aadhaar number also. Now let's take a negative scenario. Now let's enter digits less than 10. I'm trying to update mobile number entering digits less than 10. Let's see whether it is taking or not. So as per our if condition, it will not take, it will not do the manipulation operation. You will see that the output is coming that enter 10 digit mobile number. So it is not updating. So if you go in the into the table, now this is our previous value. If I refresh this, the value is not changed. So likewise, let's try to enter PAN number. So let's work on the same employee number, sorry, account number, that is 5678. So on this we are working. So let's try to add PAN number. So we will write here PAN, PAN. Now, as we have specified the length of PAN 10, let's try to enter the characters or digits less than 10. So if I enter the value less than 10, it will not update. It will throw error that, or it will show the message that enter a 10 digit PAN number. So you will go into, if you go into the table and if you check, if you refresh the table, the value is not updated. So the PAN value is not updated. So let us try to insert correct PAN number. So I'm entering 10 digit. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So if I enter the 10 digit PAN number, it will be updated now. So you can see the message that your PAN updated successfully. So if I go into the table, so here it is showing null previous value. If I refresh this, it will show that the new value is updated. So likewise you can do the manipulation operation. So I hope this part is pretty much clear. Or let's try to insert value of address greater than 30. Character size of address was 30. So let's try to insert on, let's work on the same uh, employee, or let's work on the same account number, that is Pranali. So if I do here, if I write here address, now let us simply write Pune and we'll check whether it is taking or not. So I'm writing a valid address. So I'm writing a valid address. So it will be updated with Pune. Now in this previous case it was null. So if I run this, it will say that your address updated successfully. So if I refresh the table, now in address it is null. Now it will show the Pune. Yes, it is showing the Pune. Now let us do one thing. We'll try to add a wrong account number. Now what is the correct account number? 5678. So let me write or type wrong account number. So I am typing anything wrong account number, and let's try to execute this whether it is the updation or update activity is taking place or not, or let's see what error it is showing. So if I enter the wrong account number, you will see that account number is not valid. Account number is invalid. Please try with a valid number. So this is the message. So likewise you can see all the validation whatever we had added are working fine. So likewise you can do this project, mini project. You can add in your portfolio, in the GitHub or in your resume. So it will be very beneficial. So if you go through this project in detail, then it will be very beneficial to you. So I will add this project. You will get all this source code in the link in the description box. So I will add the GitHub link in the description box, so you can get all this project link. So that's all for this. If you found this project uh, pretty good, so please do subscribe my channel and also do share with your friends. So thank you all, and we'll meet in the next video. So we'll meet in the next amazing project. So that's all for this. Thank you and have a wonderful day.